Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Mikulowski from ForexLive.com. This is a Forex technical look at some of the commodity currency pairs, including the dollar versus Canada, the Aussie versus US dollar, and the New Zealand versus US dollar. So sit right there. We'll start off by taking a look at the dollar versus Canada and have it on the hourly chart. And in trading yesterday, the price moved above a swing area between 135.64 and 135.85. To see the significance of that, you have to go to the 4-hour chart. If I put that chart on and look back in time, you can see a number of different swing highs and lows, all going back all the way to the month of April of this year. Different swing high there, swing low there, swing high there. We waffle above and below this area through here, and then found a resistance here. Moved back above it here, found support here, and then resistance here before moving to the downside. It wasn't until last week that the price returned to that level area, and in trading this week as well. Earlier this week and trading yesterday, the price moved above the area on its way to 136.03, which would then target this level up here, 136.53. But the momentum could not be sustained. The price started to go down, back down toward the 38.2% retracement of this move to the upside. Let's get back to our hourly chart and show what happened on that corrective move. We moved below the 100-hour moving average and stay below that level into the close. And then in the Asian session into the early European session, the price did move below the 200-hour moving average. That's a green line in this chart. That was the first break below the 200-hour moving average, going back to this day right here, which is the first day of August, as a matter of fact. So he tried to move below the 200-hour moving average, tried to move below the 38.2% retracement of this last move to the upside in the dollar versus Canada, but could not sustain momentum. And lo and behold, the sellers turned to buyers, and we have since moved above the 100, back above the 100-hour moving average at 135.42, and working toward this swing area that we saw on the 4-hour chart between 135.64 and 135.85. We moved up to the low of that swing area here. We have these other highs right here around the 135.73 that we need to get to and through before we head up to the high of that swing area and the high price that we saw in trading yesterday at 136.03. It's either that or we're going to go back below the 100-hour moving average. If we do go below the 100-hour moving average, I think the buyers return to sellers, and we should see a rotation back toward the 200-hour moving average and retest the 38.2% retracement. We'll see what happens there. But right now, the buyers are in control above the 100-hour moving average, coming into resistance for the dollar versus Canada. Let's take a look at the Aussie versus US dollar next, and we're going to look at the hourly chart as well. And when we look at this, we saw the Aussie versus US dollar over the last few days find support near its 100-hour moving average. I say near because we had a few little dips below it, not only yesterday but the day before. But momentum failed on each of those little moves. The buyers were showing up, battling against the sellers through here, and the buyers ended up winning and trading yesterday and trading here today. We saw the price move to a high and get above this old previous high. That was a target at 0.84806, but we fell short of this target right here at 0.6495. I think I meant 0.64806, 0.64955 here, which was also a swing low here and some levels through here. So that was a target that we needed to get to and through, couldn't do that, and also fell short of this target up here. But you see the point here, and eventually the buyers on the failure to get above the 95 level started to turn to sellers, move back below this swing area here and trading here today, and now testing the 100 and 200-hour moving averages, where we're trading in between those two levels, between the 0.6428 and 0.6437. Something's got to give. We either got to move below the 100-hour moving average, the blue line in the chart, or we're going to move it back above the 200-hour moving average, move back toward this area right through here, as long as the price can remain below the 58 level. However, if we do get above this level right here, move to here, do that again. If we can move above this level and get to this area right here, you'd look for sellers against that level with a rotation to the downside. That's the hope given the price action today. We'll see if that plays out in the Aussie versus US dollar. Let's take a look at the New Zealand versus US dollar, and this too has more of a bearish bias after moving higher yesterday and extending back above the 200-hour moving average, this time with momentum. However, this swing area up near the 0.5985 to 0.9596 area could not be breached. A number of different highs here form this ceiling, and as you can see, the price high yesterday came near that 85 level, the low of the swing area, and found little sellers. And in trading here today, they started to move below that level, move to the downside, and move toward the 100 and 200 hour moving averages. And unlike the Aussie versus US dollar, we were able to break below these two moving averages and continue the downward bias. Now these moving averages remain our short-term resistance between the 0.5939 and 0.5945. Stay below those levels keeps the sellers more in control, with the low prices from this week and last week between 0.5895 and 0.5923 as the next key targets to get to and through. If it does that, then we open up the door for further downside pressure in the New Zealand versus US dollar. This is what it looks like on the daily chart. There's actually another trend line that needs to get below that below near, I guess it's around the 75 or so level on the downside. So be aware of that. But the sellers are more in control below the 100 and 200 hour moving averages in this currency pair. So there you go. Look at the dollar Canada, the Aussie versus US dollar, and the New Zealand versus US dollar. My name is Greg McCloskey. Good fortune with your trading today. Bye-bye.